Zoom. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being here. That's so cool. So we're getting started. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for being awesome. Thanks for being here. I'm going to run just quickly here the first part of the audio. So this is the famous affirmation by Bob, right? If you don't have this affirmation, you got to have it. It's so good. It's so good.
Increasing quantities through multiple sources on a continuous basis. I'm so happy and grateful now that money comes to me in increasing quantities through multiple sources on a continuous basis.
So good. So good.
I'm so happy and grateful now that money comes to me in increasing quantities through multiple sources on a continuous basis.
All right. Well, here we are, 8:04. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thanks for being awesome. My name is Kamal. I'm your host for tonight, and you are the guests. So come on up, come on all to stage. Let's get you all invited to stage. You're in the house. This is a safe space for everybody. Welcome, Sanders. Good to see you again. Welcome, Elliot. Everybody's welcome here in the safe space. Even we got Adams here. Welcome. Thanks for joining. So tonight is a special night because we're going to talk about attitude. We're going to talk about your goal and your discipline to really give yourself a command and follow it. So it's just going to be a beautiful night, and maybe an hour and 20 minutes if we go the full stretch. That's kind of the plan. And it's also, we're going to talk about money, your favorite topic. Money, right? Money is cool. It's interesting. It might not be if you don't have a lot of it. It might not be if it's running away from you, and that's why you're here. I want you to figure out what we have to do to help you get started so that money starts to come towards you instead of to go away from you, okay? We want that money to be coming towards you, not away from you. So again, my name is Kamal, and I've been doing this for a while now. Bob Proctor was my mentor. God bless you, Bob. Rest your soul in peace. And just studying this material, thinking into results, studying the mastery of mindset, and how do you become really experienced in mindset, and how do you really get people to fall in love with what they do. And that's what I do now. So I want to thank you for joining. I want to thank you for sharing this space. Looks like the app keeps changing. Thank you for those who are putting notes. Thanks for those who are sharing this on Clubhouse. Let's call it on Clubhouse Attitude and Money. And let's see how many of you would share that. Share that a few times. Attitude and Money. Join and learn. And do me a favor. Text this to a couple of your friends, and even on your phone. Send a text message, the Zoom link, say jump in. You gotta jump in. It's going to be an amazing session, and I haven't done that part that I said earlier I'm going to do. I am going to paste this Zoom link on my Facebook group. So give me a second here. Where is my Facebook group? All right, so I gotta post it in two places right now. So tonight's going to be special because we are talking money, we are talking attitude, we are kind of summarizing the whole week, right? Summarizing the whole week, which is, we still have another day tomorrow, but tonight we're going to summarize the week and talk a lot about money. And not just me talking about money, Bob's going to talk about money. I want you to really hear it from the man himself, all right? Because he knew about money more than all of us. He studied the subject for 61 years. He came from nowhere to somewhere. And I don't know, I have so much respect for the guy. He just taught me so much. And I'm just forever grateful that I was in the space to be with him and to study the material, right? To study the material to a level that I can explain it, to study the material that I can share it with you and help you to grow, right? To help you to grow. This is not for me to grow. This is for you to grow. And I want you to grow. I want you to start really stretching. I want you to really think that, is this your year? Is this your time? And if someone is asking you and sharing with you that they can help you, are you saying yes? Are you saying, yeah, I want some help? Or are you saying, I'm stubborn, I'm going to stay in the same way I am, right? So I want you to open up your heart, open up your mind. It's Friday night. You could be dreaming. You could be watching Netflix, binging. I don't know. We could be doing so many things, but you are here. So this is a safe space, and let's do it. Join me live right now. I'm just finishing my last paste here on Facebook. Attitude and Money. So, oh, I guess I gotta spell attitude, right? Otherwise, you're not gonna like it. All right. I should spell it correctly. So what are we talking about? We started on Monday night or Sunday night, don't remember. I think it was Sunday night, talking self-image, talking about how you can start having a beautiful self-image, having a beautiful ideas, beautiful personality, beautiful outlook to the future. Then we started talking about goals, then we started talking about desire, and then we moved to the fear as to why are you so scared to do some stuff? Why are you so scared to take the action? Like, what's it going to take? What's really happening? Why are you so scared? And we went through some videos, we went through some material. And tonight, we're going to summarize it up by attitude and money. So I have a video from Bob, but first I'm going to talk about the attitude and about what can you do to get started on your goal, okay, what you want. Because your mind has a lot of power. Your beautiful, marvelous mind has a lot of power. Now, are we using that power? Are we utilizing all the power that we can, right? This is the magic thing. Are you utilizing the power that you should be utilizing? Because if you're not, you're missing out. You're missing out on everything you can. Like your mind, your subconscious mind is connected to the infinite, right? Just imagine that your mind, your marvelous mind is connected to infinite intelligence. How would you like to have that working for you all the time, not just some of the time? And that's what we can teach you. That's what you can learn. It might seem weird, it might seem odd, it might seem stuff, it might seem far away, but this is how it was for me not long ago, right? Not long ago, this is how it was for me. And I gotta tell you, if you jump in, and if you jump all in, not just half in, you can't just jump half in, you gotta jump all in. You gotta say, this is works, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna understand what this material was and for all, because this is not my material. It's not even Bob's material. These are the laws of success. These are the laws that Andrew Carnegie passed down to Napoleon Hill, and Napoleon Hill wrote this book, Think and Grow Rich, and he went on to really find out what to do with these, with the information, with the laws of success. And he interviewed 500 people of the richest men and summarized it. And now we have this material in video content. We have it in a form that you can absorb and you can really comprehend. If you choose to, if you choose to. Now, some of you are resisting. Some of you are like having this guard in front of you and you're blocked in. And if you're inside a cage, how are you going to let something in come to you? You have to let that cage unfold and open up your arms and say, you know what? This stuff is good. Because if you're going to stay like this, all closed up, scared, how is this information going to come to you? How is somebody going to even come and help you? You're going to be too scared to do anything. So you have to open up your arms and let this information come to help you. Because there is help out there. This was meant for the poor and the average to grow up and do the thing. This is not really meant for the rich to grow more. The rich already have richness. They know how to do it from when they were kids. This is meant for those who are poor, middle class, don't have anything, to really get to that next level if they choose to. You have to do the work. We can show you how, right? So that's the idea. And if you want to, I'll take you on this journey with me, because some of you are, Lori is, many Elliot is, and it's just fun. It's just a lot of fun to see the results, to see them what they're doing, to see them how they're enjoying their business, to see them how they're growing, to see them how they're loving their family a lot more. That's the beauty of it, right? That's the beauty of it. Like, because you want to have more. I encourage you to ask for more and start desiring more. So, and I want you to accept an idea that you're going to start working on bigger things this year. Because if you don't start working on bigger things this year, when is it going to be? Is it going to be next year? Is it going to be the year after? Is it going to be 10 years from now? So we talked about the goals, we talked about the desire, and I'm going to summarize it by a few lines here. Let me find my notes here so I can give you exactly what I gave some of the guys and the girls in the morning. So I want you to accept the idea that you're going to get busy working on the important stuff. And just as a reminder, for those on Clubhouse, Justin, Abstra, and Elliot, and Sanders, you can jump on Zoom. The link is up right above my head here. You can jump there, please. This way you can get to see the video in a second, because the money video is very interesting. So accept the idea that you're going to work on this goal and you're going to be in integrity with this goal. This is the thing that you want. And goals are for us to grow. They're not for us to get. You might want the money now. You might want the building. You might want the immediate relationship, the immediate thing that's going to help you pay these bills. But really, they're meant for us to grow. And along the way, we're going to get these results. All right. But for that to happen, we're going to have to teach you several things along the way. I'm going to teach you how to focus. We're going to teach you how to get some discipline to give yourself a command and follow, to start understanding the mind a lot more, right? So that you can have results. Now, the key to it is raising in awareness. The key to it is studying. The key to it is that discipline that you give yourself a command and follow it. Most of you now want to do it, but you don't even follow. Some of you are here since Monday, which is amazing. That's good. That means you're getting ready. You're setting yourself up. The information is resonating with you. The next step would be to book an appointment. The next step would be to say, you know what, I really want to study with you. Come on, this sounds good. So then you got to do it, right? So that's kind of the first part, right? So now I want you to decide on this goal. And last night, I did give you an exercise. I did give you a little homework to decide what you want. I asked you to write on a piece of paper, what is it that you want? What is it that you want? And how many did you write on that piece of paper? 20 things, 30 things, 40 things? Did you take it the time? If you didn't take the time, maybe you should be doing it right now. We'll get a piece of paper and a pen and write down, what do you really want? Because if you don't write it down, you're not ready yet. How is it going to even show up? If you can't even write down on a piece of paper that's something that you really want, how is it going to even show up in your bank account? How's it going to show up on your driveway? How's it going to show up anywhere? It's a simple thing, right? You give yourself a command and you do it. Now, you might not like this because of based on your upbringing, based on your habits. You might not even like to be given direction, but you're here for a reason. You're here because you're asking for more. And every leader has to follow direction. Trust me. I was in a few hours ago with my mentor. I had to follow directions. It doesn't matter what your title is. It doesn't matter how big you are. Like, you got to follow directions. If you want to go somewhere where you've never been, you got to follow directions. So the homework was write down your wants, put them down on a piece of paper, 20, 25, 30, as many as you want. And then we're going to prioritize these 20 things. You're going to have to write out how you want to live. How do you want to live? What kind of house? What kind of city? Like, do you have a dream, right? Do you have a dream? I want you to start thinking, do you have a dream? Because if you don't have a dream, how's it going to happen? How is it going to happen? You got to have a dream. How do you want to live? And I want you to start activating that imagination, because the more we think about it, the more we're impressing it on the subconscious mind that that's what we want. Like, I think about my goal all the time. I have my goal on a card, and I was sharing with one of the clients today that it's happening. There you go. So already got a goal card. I have my goal card, and yeah, it's pink in color and it's white in color. I have several of them, different wallets, different. I have my vision board with me, and I tell you, this stuff works. I didn't believe it a year and a half ago, but I tell you, it works. You set yourself up with the right information. You start studying. You start taking action. It will happen for you, just like it's happening for me. And it didn't happen before when I had 5 degrees. I still have the 5 degrees, but it wasn't happening. Now it is, because now I'm at the right frequency and vibration. And that's what we need to do. We need to move you to that right frequency and vibration. That's what we got to do. Now, how do you do that? How do you go from where you are to where you want to go? That's why I'm asking you to follow directions. Write down what you want. How do you want to live? I want you to activate the imagination. When you activate your imagination, you might not even know what that means. What is imagination? Well, imagine it's like dreaming. It's like a fantasy. What kind of car you want to drive? What kind of boat you want to run? What kind of house you want to live in? What kind of job do you want? What kind of house you want to live in, right? That's what I'm talking about. Activate it and start having some reflections on it. Spend time with it and repeat that action. Repeat that process. We're going to teach you all how to do that. But I want you to decide on what you want. You have to make up your mind, what is it that you want? What is that one thing out of these 20, 30, 40 things? What is the one thing that you will not stop, no matter what, that you're going to get it? You're not going to stop. Doesn't matter if you're 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. I had one student in my class, she's 84. God bless her. She's amazing. At 84, she's got everything she wants, but she wants more. She doesn't want to write her books. Now she wants to sell her books. Now she wants to sell her love story. Now she wants to help others to fall in love with what they have. It's amazing. So what is that one thing that you want so badly that you're not going to stop for nothing? Decide what are you prepared to give up to get it. See, I got to share with you, it's not the sad news, but it's the real news. Because this is not a get rich quick. This is not an MLM. This is not a network marketing thing. This is not one of those things you sign up for it, and if you buy it, you're going to get it. No, this is not. If that's what you're thinking, you might as well leave right now, because it ain't going to happen. This is one of those things where you have to really want it, and we're going to help you change your mind to get it. And you're serious about it, and you're going to have to study the material. This is for those who are really serious to move to that 1%, 2% of the bracket. I was just talking to my mentor. She said less than 2% are making 96% of the income. And I don't know what bracket you're in right now. I have no idea. Darlene and Sanders and Justin and Elena and Elliot. But whatever it is, you're moving up in this bracket. So you're going to have to follow some directions. Decide what are you prepared to give up to get it. Are you willing to give up some time? Are you willing to study something that you've never studied before? And I want you to set your mind to it and get on with the work. Set your mind to it and get on with the work. Lori Lee's doing it. She's doing phenomenal. Set your mind to it. So decide what you want. Something that you're not going to stop no matter what. Decide what are you prepared to give up. You have to give up something. It could be your time. It could be your talent. It could be whatever, something precious to you. Something that's meaningful. You have to give up something. This is the law. It's like gravity. See this pen? See how it drops? Gravity works, and that's the law. You have to be willing to give up something. You're not going to get anything for free. The world does not give you that. And if you get it, you're probably lucky, and most likely it will go away soon enough. You have to be willing to give something for it. Your precious sweating, your precious hard work, your talent, your time. You have to do something. What are you willing? How far are you willing to go? Would you move to another city to get your goal achieved? If I have my goal on my card, and if I was told right now, Kamal, you're going to get it all, and if I get the vision that I got to move to this city to get, I would move to this city. If I got to go to that, I'll go to that city because that's what I want. That's how it's going to be. You're going to have to be serious with yourself. This is like an adult conversation. This is not for the babies. This is not for the kind of the, maybe it'll happen. No, you have to want it. And you might not want it. I don't know. You have to set your mind that you want it and get on with the work to start feeling good, to start feeling awesome. That's what it takes. It's a level of maturity and responsibility that you're going to take for yourself to grow up. And we're going to help you get there. I'm going to be there for you for the next 6 months. Right? And this next part is going to be about the attitude. Because all this has to do with your attitude. Your attitude has not been that healthy up to now. And I want your attitude to start becoming healthy. I want your attitude to start becoming as healthy as we can get it to be. Now, you have to have a winning attitude. You have to have a positive attitude that you are going to be a winner from now on. You're going to have a piece of paper and you're going to write in the present tense your goal, and you're going to write what you want, and you're going to have a positive self-image, positive attitude, and you're going to choose to be optimistic no matter what happens to you. All right? No matter what happens to you, you have to be positive. Now, how are you going to do that? We're going to teach you how to do that. You might want to do it. You might have tried it and failed after 2, 3, 4 days. There is a way to get there. There is a way to get there. We have an attitude recipe. That's what I do. I will teach you how to get there. I will teach you how to move to a frequency and stay there. That's why there's coaches. That's why there's mentors. Attitude is everything that we need. It has to be there. It's like part of the puzzle, and we need it. And you have to master this attitude thing. Thoughts, feelings, actions, and results. Right now, most of you are operating from your results. You look at your bank account and you're like, oh my God, I don't have any money. I can't pay my bills. What do I need to do? And you forget your goal. And then you get depressed and you get all sad. We're going to change their recipe on how you think. We're going to change it so that you start with your thoughts. You start with your feelings, which is going to create vibration, which is going to create your actions, which is going to create what you need to go. So you see where I'm taking you on this journey, right? From self-image to goals, to attitude, to you getting serious, to you moving up in the world, to you getting committed to you. You're not committed to me, you're committed to you. This is all because of you, to help you get better, right? That's what we're working on. And then it's going to be about, can you do this every day? Can you be grateful every day? You have to be thankful and you have to be grateful. Because if you're not grateful for what you have right now, you're not going to be grateful for what's going to come next. You see, we're only going to get more of what we have. So this might sound like magic, but it is magic, but it has to flip, right? The money you're going to get, the goal you're going to achieve, it's just going to be the same. Hey, babies, how you doing? Good to see you. The wife just came from work, so it's all good. So let's say you get all this money, you get all this success. You're just going to become more of who you are. So that's why we have to flip the switch right now. Doesn't matter what you have, 50 bucks, 100 bucks, 1,000 bucks, $10 million. You have to change your attitude and your feeling and your thoughts right now before they grow to that next level. You have to change now. And we're going to teach you how to do that. Okay. Money is not, by itself is not going to make it. So money by itself is not going to make it. So I just wanted to say hi to Darlene and Sanders and Lori. Now that you're on Zoom here, I want to give you a chance to say hi before I play the next piece on money, because really tonight it's all going to come down to what is money and how do we deal with money and how can we get comfortable with money. I'm going to let Bob do that, but we'll give the mic to Lori first to say hi. She's here with us. This way we can hear from Lori for a minute. Hi, Lori. How you doing?
I'm so blessed to be here, blessed to know everybody here that is on the Zoom call and on the Clubhouse room. I've been with Kamal for, I think, the end of October, actually before then, because I did a book club and then I joined a few weeks later, but it's helped my business, it's helped my personal life. Thinking into results was the best thing I did for me and my family, my business, and just feel the vibration. I'm feeling the vibration of moving towards that. So I'm on, like, I already went to one level with Kamal, and that was a big level. And I did that pretty darn quick. And now I have another paradigm to get through. So I'm at that level. And I just realized this, Kamal, is as you were talking, I said, man, I study. And why am I feeling right now? Because I'm feeling, wow, I've got to change this next thing. That's what it is. Anytime you want to change something, the terror barrier will stop you. And now I'm going to that even higher level. So the terror barrier is really kicking in. So because I am with you and I study this with you, you're my mentor, and you'll get me through that. And without someone like Kamal, you just can't do it. I don't know anyone that can. You need someone who is a mentor, someone who is a trained coach and mentor. And this is you, Kamal. So it's just getting to that next level. And after I talked to you today, I realized this, Kamal. I said, you know what? What's going on with me? Because I'm like, because I know I don't want to go back there. I'm not even thinking about that, but what's blocking me right now? And that's exactly what it is. It's that coming against the wall. Now I know it's more study, more meditation, more of the good stuff. And you know what? That'll help me get to the next vibration, which is getting closer and closer to the frequency of my goal. So I already went from here to here. Now I'm going from here to here, and then so on and so forth, So I'm very, very grateful for this program. I was thinking about this one statement. I heard someone today, she was going through a really difficult time when I first met her. She's one of my coaching students. And she said, I'm a positive person. This is this is actually hearsay because it came from another person, but she's not in the coaching group anymore. But she said before she used to be always like negative, like now she says, I'm a positive person and everything is easy. So it's like just that one thing, that one little turn in her life. And this right here is what that can be for all of us, And it's constant. It's not, I don't end it. I mean, some people just end it. I'm not going to end this. This is a journey, because I don't want to just say, just do that and then just get to one level. I want to go to like the moon. go, just
I love it.
high places.
It's
Anyway,
good.
thank you. Hello. Sorry to be long-winded, but thank
No,
you.
it's
I hope
good.
that
I love it. Thank you. And this is beautiful because, yeah, as you move to that next level, the terror barrier would hit, and that's the power of the material. Now we can go through the terror barrier again. I can tell you exactly where to go, thinking about exactly what to study, exactly how you're feeling. And until you've gone through it so many times, until you're able to do it on your own. But for the first while, you're going to need that attention. You're going to need that help. It's normal. But then you just start realizing what's going on. And it's a beautiful thing. And yes, you've gone through it so fast, so amazing, because you're taking action, you're committed, you're serious about it, and your results are showing. And so now it's okay, we're going to grow to that next level. We got to get the team, we got to get the community, you got to get your office helping you so that you can grow to that next. Because, for everybody here, you want to grow your business to the million, 2 million, 10 million. You can't do it by yourself. You're going to need to build a team. And that's part of thinking into results, part of that leadership part. You got to learn to find people that you trust. And if you don't, there's something missing. We got to find those people. We got to attract them into your life. And we'll help you figure that out. So that's so awesome. Thank you.
I like what you said too, because my husband and I and my son were just talking about, because we've been talking about moving to Florida. It's actually in my plan to live in both Mass and Florida. And you said this earlier, would you move to another city to get your goals achieved? And my answer is yes.
Absolutely.
I would do whatever it takes. Yes, I would. And I would move to like the 2 million, 3 million, 6 million, $10 million areas.
Yeah, if it serves you and serves your goals and serves what you want, why not? Right? The family will come along. And if they don't want to come along, they're adults, right? Everybody's going to do what they got to do. But that's how passionate you have to be about your goal to make it happen. And now you might not need to move to another city, but it could be. That was the example, and it fits so well. Like, I had to pick another phone number today for the business, so I picked the area that I'm thinking about. So you just gotta start. You start that process, and you will attract to it what you need. That's the part that everybody struggles on. Oh, it's gonna cost so much, but you know what? It's gonna cost that much already anyway. Then you're gonna spend the time, you're gonna spend the money, and you're not gonna be anywhere.
Right. So. And you know what? The how isn't the problem. The how is that'll come. Right now we just want the what and the want. The what want. What do you want?
Absolutely. Love it. So good. So good. Darlene, you want to say hi and where you're from, and what's your take on what you've heard so far? Darlene.
Hi, everybody. My name is Darlene. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Darlene.
We can hear you.
Okay, because I'm at work and I can't use the phone. But my name is Darlene, and I'm a full-time laboratory technologist, and then I also am a real estate agent in Florida. And I must say, I just stumbled upon this this room, and I've been loving it so far. And I just, keep listening, and hopefully I get to work with you, Kamal. And that's about it.
That's sweet. That's awesome. And you can. So write it down that you want it, make the decision. And Lori's a beautiful example. She's an amazing.
And Bina.
And Bina as well. Yes. And there's two more. There's one private, and there's a few more real estate agents coming, because it seems to be what I'm attracting, and that's how it's happening. So Lori's got 25 years in the business, and she's doing phenomenal. So welcome, Darlene. It's good to hear from you.
Thank you.
I'm so glad you're here. And I know that when you sign up for this, it's going to change your life. It changed mine, Darlene. I can't tell you how passionate I am about this thinking into results training. It's amazing. It's not just training, it's life work, and it's a journey. You will, I'm sure you already love it. You're going to love it even more. Stick around, girl. Stick around. What part of Florida are you in?
South Florida, Palm Beach County.
Palm Beach County?
Yes.
Oh, on the East Coast. Very cool. Very cool. Good for you. You should be doing amazing. And I bet you are. You could do even more amazing. You watch. Stick around, girl.
I will, Lori.
So good. So good. Thank you so much. That was awesome. Nice to meet you, Darlene. And we got a question in the chat from Sanders. Is about I wanted to move my business more than Alibaba, Amazon, and our world, my potential leadership. Okay, a little confused on the question. Maybe we'll take it at the end, but it sounds, yeah, you can do that. If you want to move your business, you can move your business. We just gotta set your mind to it and get a plan, and we can help you do that as well. So it's all good, Sundars. And I've seen you here since Monday, so you have the potential. Let's have a conversation and see what we can do to help you in that direction. So, all right. So I do want to give you the full 20 minutes of the money talk, because it's an interesting conversation about money. And it's what Lori was talking about earlier. It's going to lead into it, because every one of us is at a certain level. And once you want to move, you have to change how you think. And some of us are not even there. Some of us don't even have one source of income. But you're going to hear a piece about money from Bob. It's a pretty interesting piece. So I am going to find it, play it. And it's Friday night. So I don't want to keep you long, probably till 8 to 9, 9:05. It's about 20-minute video and then 5 minutes conversation. So let me find it here. And I will play it. So, okay, where are you? Money. So I'm going to move the screen to this screen. No, not this one. It's nice having two desktops, but it gets confusing sometimes. So for those who are on Clubhouse, you won't be able to see this very much unless you join the Zoom, but it's what it is, right? So do the best you can. And I'm proud of you, Darlene, you're at work and you're still watching. So that's pretty cool. Pretty, pretty cool. So this is about increasing your income. This is about what you need to do, all right? And CC, it's 24 minutes. It's going to be perfect. We'll finish by 9 or so. So get a cup of coffee, get a tea. And if you're working, you can just listen to it. Lisa, welcome to Clubhouse. Thanks for being here. Coming up, join us on Zoom. I'm going to invite you up. We're just about to watch the piece about money, about increasing your income and what can you do to do that, all right? So here it is, and play.
Hello there and welcome. I'm Bob Proctor. And I want to share something with you that has changed my life more than probably any other one thing. But I want you to really think as you watch this video, okay? It's not very long, but it is very powerful. And there's something in here that is not taught in school. The first thing I'm going to talk about that's not taught in school is thinking. I have a paper here that says thinking is a skill which can be learned just as we learn skills such as typing and playing the piano. Very few public schools offer courses expressly to teaching thinking. Rather, we are expected to learn and teach thinking as a byproduct of learning mathematics, reading, science, history of trade, and so forth. And we do learn a lot about thinking in this way. The trouble is we learn our thinking skills in bits and pieces, and we never put it together as an overall picture. If asked to describe what all is required in order to think effectively, most people would be at a loss to give a complete account. Thus, we are unable to assess our own thinking skills or systematically teach the skill of thinking to others. Now, I want you to think about your life. And I want you to think about your income. I want you to think about money. Money's subject that is a subject that not a lot of people want to talk about. And when you do talk about it, a lot of people get defensive. They say, well, money's not everything. Well, that's sort of a ridiculous statement. Of course it's not everything. But money's important. It's very important in the area that it's used. It's as important as the food you eat, as the medical care that you subscribe to, as the car you drive, the home you live in, the vacations you take. See, money is something that has nothing to replace it in the area that it's been used. Now, money is merely an idea. We put stacks of stuff together. If we just look here, we put stacks of stuff together that we call money. Now, I am going to run some pictures up here on the screen to help communicate my idea. I'm going to communicate graphically as well as verbally. And money is an interesting subject. You get stacks of it there. How would you love to have stacks of money? I think everybody would. Some people do, but very, very few. So let's talk about money. Now think about it. I frequently ask a person if they come to work with me, what's the most you've ever earned in a year? I really don't care what the answer is, but I want to know what the answer is. Because when they tell me the answer, what they're doing is telling me where their mind is programmed with respect to money. See, our mind is programmed. You're working with a program, I'm working with a program. Now, most people are working with a program that someone else built. They are the production of somebody else's habitual way of thinking. I'm going to suggest that you can rewrite the program. You can rewrite the program. Now, before we get into the money too deep, back in 1970, Alvin Toffler wrote a book, Future Shock. And what he was doing was predicting what's going to happen in the future. And he looked ahead about 50 years. And he said, you know, the future is going to be a shock for most people. And he said, it's something that we should really think about. Now, in the book, he made predictions that everyone thought were absolutely crazy, but they weren't crazy. You see, these were predictions of what he said was going to happen over the next 50 years. Now, I was working with Earl Nightingale and Lloyd Conant in 1970 when this book came out, so the book was very popular in our company. And most of us thought, this guy's smoking something. This couldn't possibly happen. But stop and think of what's happening with your cell phone. I can type a message here, and I can send it anywhere in the world. And you'll see it simultaneously with me sending it. If you would have suggested that in 1970, people would have thought you were losing it. Well, he recently came out with something. He said, the illiterate of the 21st century are not going to be the people who cannot read and write. The illiterate of the 21st century are going to be the people who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn. They're going to be the people who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn. That's called changing your paradigm. And I want to share some information with you. If you've already got it, it's really good to hear it again. If you haven't got it, you're going to love it because it's about money, okay? And it's really about how to create all you want. You have to have multiple sources of income. You can go back to the ancient Babylonians, as far back in ancient history as you can go, and you're going to find that the wealthy people all had multiple sources of income. Now, I want you to think about these figures that you're looking at here. 3% of our population are earning 97% of all the money that's being earned. And everybody says that's unfair. Well, it's based on a law. That's really what it's based on. Our income is the harvest of our production. That's really what it is. But 3%. Now think of this for a moment. Some of those 3% are not very well educated insofar as we look at education. Some of them are functionally illiterate. They can neither read nor write. Now, some of them are absolutely brilliant. But you're going to find people that are absolutely brilliant that fall into the 97% category that have to split up 3% of the money that's earned. So why and how does this happen? Well, that's what I want to talk to you about. You see, you can become one of the 3%. Now, if somebody had told me that 55 years ago when I first got into the studying of this information, I would have thought they were dreaming. But my income went from $4,000 to $175,000 in a year. And it was based on the concept that I want to explain to you here. It's a very, very powerful idea. It really is. But what we have to understand is that the earning of money is something that doesn't happen by accident. You see, you can belong to this 3% group by creating multiple sources of income. Now, as I just said a minute ago, wealthy people historically have always had multiple sources of income. This isn't an accident. It's by design. You can design this. So I'm going to ask you to really pay attention here. And you probably want to watch this video a number of times. There is an absolute law governs compensation. We know that there's a law. If I let this go, you know it's going to fall. If I let this go, it's going to fall. It's not going to go up. It has to go down. It has to go down. That is an absolute law. It's called the law of gravity. That's a law of the world. Well, the law of compensation is a law. And it's very exact. I want you to really pay attention to it because this law clearly states that the amount of money you earn is in direct ratio, it's in exact ratio to the need for what you do, your ability to do it, and the difficulty there is in replacing you. So let's look at these 3 points one at a time. It's based on the need for what you do. You see, in my particular business, there's the opportunity to earn millions of dollars, and I have earned millions of dollars. Not because I'm smarter than the next guy, not because, there's an emotional or capricious God said, I think we'll let Bob have a turn. And it's not because I'm lucky. It's because I find myself in a field where there's a tremendous need for what I do. I help people become aware of what they're capable of doing. I help people understand how they're programmed and how to shift that paradigm. That's essentially what I do. And there's a phenomenal need for that. We have people coming into our business every day. We train people to do this. But there's a tremendous need. I've worked in Shanghai, in Kosovo, in Bucharest, in Buenos Aires, in Rio de Janeiro, in Melbourne, Australia, in Singapore, all over Europe, all over South America, North America. Everywhere I go, there's a need for what I do. When you find a tremendous need, and then you develop your ability to fill it, you've got to become very, very good at filling the need. Well, I fell in love with this business many years ago. Now, I was fortunate enough to work with a man who was the best at what he did. Earl Nightingale was a broadcaster. Lloyd Conant was a great executive. And I wanted Earl Nightingale to mentor me. What I didn't understand, when I came to work with them, I also got the benefit of Lloyd Conant. Two absolutely brilliant people. Now, I watched them. They were the best at what they did. And they started the industry that I'm a part of. Personal development, personal direction. That's really what it is. Well, you've got to make up your mind you're going to get really good at this. You're going to become very good at it. And when you do, then you're very difficult to replace. Now, there's no such thing as an indispensable person. In fact, there was a great poem written on that one time about the indispensable man. It says, take a bucket of water and put your hand in up to the wrist. When you pull it up, the hole that remains is just how much you'll be missed. You can stir all you want as you enter, stir up the water galore, but stop and you're going to find in no time it's much the same as before. Well, what they were getting across is there's no such thing as an indispensable person, but some people are very difficult to replace. And if you make up your mind you're going to get really good at this, I guarantee you can earn a lot of money. So that's where income comes from. Find anyone who has really mastered what they're doing. They're going to earn an absolute fortune. See, this is the law of compensation. So this is what you want to study. What do you want to do? You just want to focus on your ability to improve. Become a master at whatever you're doing. You see? Now, this is the focus. The money is the reward. This is the cause. The money is the effect. You see, you take care of the cause, the effect will always take care of itself. Now, let's look at it this way. We're going to talk about multiple sources of income, not just one, but many. Now, I stumbled on this way back in the 60s. And when I stumbled on it, I thought, wow, this is really something. So you got the whole world in front of you there. You'll notice on the map, we got the whole world there, and you're sitting right in the center. You're placing yourself. Now, you could place yourself anywhere in the map. Place yourself wherever you are. But I'm saying you're in the center of the world. The whole world's around you. Doesn't matter where you are. You're in the center of the world. It doesn't matter. You could be in Mozambique. You're in the center of the world. You could be in Rio de Janeiro. You're in the center of the world. There's as much on your right as there is on your left. There's as much behind as there is in front. So that's start where you are, and you set up a source of income. Now, MSI is an acronym for Multiple Sources of Income. MSI. Now, where you are is what you're earning right now. That's your present income. The MSI is an additional income. It's not another job. It's not a better job. It's not even a job. It's a source of income. See, money is reward received for service rendered. When I was sleeping last night, I was rendering service based on stuff that I did some time ago. Think of it this way. Think of a some kind of a rock star. Think of Elvis Presley. His estate is still earning money from records of his that are being played on the radio. That's right. He made recordings, and those recordings are being played on the radio, and every time they're played, money goes into his estate. That's called a passive income. That's called a source of income. Well, you can start sources of income. You can start them all over the world. You may say, well, how? Well, you don't have to know how. You just have to make a decision that you're going to do it. The how will come. Don't let the how trip you, okay? And once you get one going, then you get another one. And it may be in a related field right near where you are. See, I believe you can set up sources of income that are very closely attached to what you're already doing. And then you may go to the other side of the world and set one up. Now, as you get good at this, they're going to start popping up all over the place. You may say, well, I don't know how to do this. Well, of course you don't. Not to start with. I didn't know how to do when I started. I didn't even know how to read very well when I started. I hadn't gone to school. I had 2 months high school. I had no business experience. But you know, I built a business all over the world. How did I start? I'll tell you exactly how I started. I borrowed $1,000. I bought a used forming machine and some buckets and mops. I started in the cleaning business. And I started by cleaning one office, washing the floor twice a month, $15 a time. Then I got another office at $65 a month. Now I'm up to $95. I was only earning $400 a month to start with. Do you know, one day I passed out on the street. I thought the answer was work harder, get another office to clean. But it didn't work that way. And I woke up and there's a big cop looking at me and there's people standing all around me and I see a stretcher and lights flashing. And it was a scary situation. I guess I'd passed out. I was exhausted. I thought the answer was work harder. That is not the answer. Hard work is never the answer. The people you know that work the hardest are probably the ones that are in the least. Now think, really think. I got off by myself. I didn't let them take me to the hospital. I got and I started to think. And I realized it was like something inside of me said, Bob, you're doing something wrong. And then another little voice said, if you can't clean all of them, don't clean any of them. Do you know, over the next 5 years, I was cleaning offices in Toronto, Montreal, Boston, Cleveland, Atlanta, London, England. And the income was just rolling in from all over the place. Now, I'm not telling you to go clean offices. I'm telling you that I stumbled on something. It took me 10 years to find out what I was doing different. I had set up multiple sources of income. Now, I wanted to know how I changed. Why did I change? My income was over $1 million, and I didn't really know what I was doing different. I started to study. It took me 10 years, and I realized I didn't have one source of income. I had many sources of income. Now, as you set these up, you'll be asking, well, are they all the same size? Do you earn the same on all of them? No. Some of them won't even work. Some of them will die on you. There's so many ways of doing it. You could become a network marketer. You could become an online marketer. You could become an affiliate marketer. We have all kinds of affiliate marketers in our company. See, you want to make a decision that you are going to set up multiple sources of income. You don't have to know how. When you make the decision, you will start to attract how you're going to do it. Some of them will grow and some of them will die. But you know something? They all have one thing in common. They all flow into your bank. Some will be big and some will be small. It's absolutely phenomenal how this works. It all flows into your bank. Great idea. Just an absolutely beautiful idea. That's right. That's where it happens. Now, that's an affirmation I've been using for a long, long time. I am so happy and grateful now that money comes to me in increasing quantities through multiple sources on a continuous basis. Where did I get? I don't know where I got that. I probably got it from maybe Joseph Murphy's books or somebody of that. There's a great book, The Power of the Subconscious. You want to read it. I've got a great book. You can go to my website and get it. You Were Born Rich, and it's what I learned from 61 to 1984 when I wrote the book. But at any rate, you keep repeating a positive statement. I am so happy and grateful now that money comes to me in increasing quantities through multiple sources on a continuous basis. You see, when you stop and think about this, there are only 3 income earning strategies, just 3. I don't know which one you're using. You may be using them all. But there are 3. I call it 1, M1, M2, and M3. Now, we started out by saying only 3% of the people earn 97% of all the money. So the odds of your kids growing up to learn how to earn money is pretty slim. If you don't teach them, they probably won't get it because they're not going to get it in school. School does not teach us how to earn money. There's no place they say, well, that's absurd. You go to work to earn money. No, you don't. That's not a good idea. You think you provide service to earn money. You can earn more money when you're sleeping than you can spend when you're awake once you get good at this. You see, I'm not only good at it, I'm good at teaching it. And so I figured if I put this together and put it out there on YouTube, you all start studying, you'll start thinking, wow. Now, if you're going to teach your children anything, you want to teach them this one because M3 is the only one that really works well, okay? Now, M1 is a good strategy. It's not a good strategy, but it's used by 96% of the population. Now, think about that for a moment. 96 out of every 100 people use this strategy, and it doesn't work. It's got a problem. It's called saturation. This is where people trade their time for money. Now, we all get the same amount of time. We get all there is. So it's what we do with our time that's really going to make the difference. Now, think about this. I mean, really think about this. 96% of the people are trading their time for money. It's a 9-to-5 syndrome. And you see, part of the old conditioning is save some money for your old age. Save for a rainy day. You save for a rainy day, I'll guarantee you're going to get a rainy day. But what do? We take a little bit of what we earn and we squirrel it away for what? For our old age or something. We do that at the expense of a life. We never drive the car we want. We don't live in the house we want. We don't take the vacations we want. Go into a clothes store. Walk into any clothes store. And I'll guarantee you the first thing you're looking at is the price tag. They're not looking for what they want. You know, the last thing you should ask for is what's this cost? Because you've made a decision you're going to get it, so you have to know how much to pay for it. And don't try and knock them down. Pay what they ask. But do the same thing. Charge what you want, okay? Now, you see, trading time for money, there's a saturation. You run out of time. It's not a good strategy. Now, M2 is an excellent strategy, but it's only used by 3% of the population. You see, 3% of the population are following this strategy. It's where you invest money to earn money. Now, when you invest money to earn money, if you're good at it, you can earn some money. Some people are not good at it. They're working in the M1 strategy, and so they save a little bit, and they get risky, and they go and they invest it. Bad investment, like that, they lose it all. And then they say, well, this isn't any good. I'm not going to do this anymore. Well, if you're really good at it, you can earn money there. But the M3 strategy is the one that you really want to focus on. It's used by 1% of the population. Now it spills over to about 3%. But 1% of the population earns 96%, 97% of all the money. What do they do that's different? They set up multiple sources of income. They multiply their time by setting up multiple sources of income. Now, if you really want to win in a big way, that's how you're going to do it. It's so basic and so simple. Well, you can learn more about it, but you want to study it. You want to study it. Money. Multiple sources of income. Boom, like that. MSIs. That's what the Proctor Gallagher Institute really focuses on, helping people understand how to set up MSIs. We teach people to train people to set up MSIs. You see, there's no end to what you can do. There's absolutely no end to what you can do. But you've got to decide what you're going to do. You want to take one of these things in your hand and sit down and write out how you want to live. And it doesn't matter what it costs. You write it down, and then you only think of how to do it. And you set up multiple sources. Now, let's suppose you have never touched a computer in your life, and you're going to learn how to use the computer, how to work with it. It's going to take you a while. And the strange thing about computers, when you learn something, it leads you into learning something else, and then you learn something else. It's sort of like an evolution that takes place in your mind as you start working. At least that's the way I found it, and most of the people I know. But when you first start, when I first started, I didn't even know how to turn it on. A guy named Rob taught me, and I'm sure that when he started to teach me, he thought, this guy's never going to learn how to use this thing. But he did learn how to use it, all right? Why? Because I made up my mind I was going to learn how to use it. Well, when you make up your mind that you're going to earn yourself a specific amount of money every year, and you might set that magic million. Anybody can learn how to earn $1 million. I believe I could teach anybody how to do that. There's a lot of people that could teach you how to do that. But you've got to decide you're going to do it. And if you don't decide you're going to do it, the odds of it happening are pretty slim. Now, is it going to happen overnight? No, nothing happens overnight like that. But over a period of time, let's say over 6 months, you're going to learn how to master this thing. You're going to learn how to set up MSIs. And after you learn how to do it, then you're going to start to learn how to multiply it. I read a story one time by U.S. Anderson. It came in a book. He told a story about he and a friend of his were in a nightclub, and there was guys spinning plates on the end of bamboo poles. You've probably seen it happen on television. And this guy had 18 plates spinning on the end of bamboo poles. And when the bamboo pole was bending over and just about, and you think the plate's going to, you say, get that pole, you think he goes over and he gets it going again. When they left the club, he says to his friend, wasn't it amazing how well he spun those 18 plates? And his friend says, no, it was amazing what was amazing isn't how well he did it, but the fact that he did it at all. And Anderson said that started him thinking, how do you become an 18-plate spinner? He said, you learn to spin one plate. Learn to set up one MSI, and then two. And maybe you'll become an 18-plate spinner yourself. MSIs. It's Bob Proctor.
So good. So good. Thank you guys for being here. Awesome. Welcome to every one of you here, Jim and Darlene and Sandirs and Bridget. Welcome. Good to see you here. Amnon was just on Clubhouse. I just see him disappear. But, you know, this was an incredible talk about money. So a different way to think. But I like what he said at the end, that you got to decide. You got to learn to decide. You learn how to make a decision. And that could be the decision that you're going to improve your life. That could be the decision that you want to make the $1 million, get your business moved to what Sandirs said. He wants to move it from Amazon to something else to make it to become a world leader, to Alibaba. You know, Darlene wants to grow her real estate business. Lori's doing it already. Bridget, we got to meet you and see what you're up to, what you're working on. Jim, it's nice to see you here. I was just speaking with Laurel earlier. So you got to make a decision to decide what you want. Really decide what you want. Decide that what you are prepared to give up to get it. You really have to decide what are you prepared to give up to get it. And get on with the work, right? You gotta get on with the work. I mean, the need for what you do is so amazing. You have no idea how much people need you. People need me in manufacturing and coaching and in the teaching that I do, and the people need me. I just have to get good at what I'm doing. I have to become the best. You're going to have to become the best at what you're doing. And we're going to teach you how to do that. You're going to do the work. You have to be willing to do it. You're going to come along this journey. The ability for you to do it is the key. Everybody focuses on all the other stuff, the IT stuff, the website, the funnels, all these different things. I want you to focus on your ability to do it. That's the key. How good are you in what you're doing? Have you decided to become the best? Now there's, you know, when you're in a company, there's a difficulty of there isn't replacing you. Are you becoming irreplaceable? Everybody is replaceable. But for smaller companies, you're pretty much it. They need you. If there's only 2 or 3 of you and you're 30% of the work, they need you. So become the best, become better than your boss. But start moving up here first in your mind. Decide that you want to be the best. Now you don't have to do it alone. You have to become a leader, and that's what we're going to teach you. And thinking as well, there's 3 modules about growing that leadership ability, becoming to respond instead of react, to be calm in the storm. Because the more business you do, the more things will happen. Trust me. The more millions you move around, things will happen. I had a boat the other day. I tell you the story. I was supposed to come to Hamilton, Ontario. You know, on the Ontario boat had $800,000 worth of goods. Well, something happened in the canal, and it couldn't dock in Hamilton. The boat was going to dock in Quebec. Now, from Hamilton, Ontario to Quebec, there's like 10-hour driving. It would have cost me $200,000 to drive it back from Quebec to Hamilton on a truck because it's very wide. You know what we had to do to make it work. So things will happen in business. You just have to become the best at what you do. You'll find ways. Just decide that you're going to be the best. And it's okay. It doesn't matter where you are. We're going to meet you where you're at and take you where you want to go. We're going to help you decide on that goal. Even that goal, if you don't know what your want is, that exercise that I gave you a couple of days ago, last night and the day before, what do you want? If you don't know what you want yet, it's okay. If you have 2, 3 things you're working on, it's okay. But there's one of them that you really want, right? That's the beauty. And set your mind and get on with the work. Like, you want to grow to that next level, you're going to have to do some work. You're going to do some things you've never done. You're going to have to get some mentorship that you've never had. And you might say, I could do it by, oh, sorry, the dog is saying hi to the, we have a kitten that's coming outside to the windows. It's a lost kitten or something. She's a tiny little thing, but the dog's saying hi to it. So we got to figure out what to do with that. But it's all good. So you don't need to be by yourself. That's the thing that the mistake that I did for 19 years in manufacturing. I became a good boss. I became a manager. I had 300 people reporting to me. But I wasn't what I wanted to be. 5 degrees, 19 years, like barely 6 figures. How is that possible? I could do more. I look around. Some people are doing more. Wasn't a bad thing, but it came from a giving perspective. I should tell that as well. I started to give more. And that's when I said, that's when I found Bob. And now the material is just incredible. So if I can do it, you can do it. If I can multiply my results by 3 times, you can do it too. If I can make my annual income in a month, you can do it too, because it's happening. You know, I write my stuff on a gold card and it's happening, just like Bob tells the story. And where did Bob get that story? Bob got it from Ray. Ray got it from Earl Nightingale and everybody around, and from Napoleon Hill. So the legacy is incredible. Like, I'm going to show you this legacy that you're up with here with me tonight. I'm not going to keep you long. It's Friday night. You can probably, you know, you want to go party and have dinner and all that. So I'm not going to keep you long, but I'm just going to show you quickly the legacy of the material that I have for you, and my invite to you to come and book an appointment so we can get you on board and get you to study this, right? Get you to start seeing what have you been missing. Bob talked about it. It's not by working hard, right? If you think it's by working hard, you're mistaken. This is me here working as, you know, one-on-one with Bob, learning about goal setting, shifting your paradigm, decision making, and the material that we have is just incredible, right? So this is Bob. He's been teaching me. He's passed away. Bob was taught by Earl Nightingale, and Earl was taught by Napoleon Hill, right? So the lineage is amazing. Bob was mentored Laurel Langmeyer. And Laurel Langmeyer, she's still around. She's in her 50s. She's also my mentor now. So both of them were in the movie The Secret. So if you want to learn how to make money, everything that I know, you're going to know. You're going to ask me questions, and I'm going to help you. So whatever the mentor knows, you will know as well. That's how it works. This is me here with Harrison Klein and James Dentley, who mentors Les Brown. I wasn't there 6 months ago. I didn't have this, right? How am I hanging out with these masterminding an idea here? We're going to be on a beautiful TV show. This is me here in Laurel, masterminding a program with Harrison Klein. This is me here with Forbes Riley, right? She's $2.5 billion. She sells stuff on TV. $2.5 billion of things that she sells. We talk all the time, right? But the best part is that I'm able to transfer this information to my daughter. This is my daughter. Here's on the left. Laurel is in the middle. We were with her last November. We're going again in April 4th and 5th. We're going to spend 3-4 days together, learning more about money making, business systems, strategies. It's going to be a mastermind, like a real Napoleon Hill mastermind, and that's what you're going to get. This is me again with James Dentley, with Harrison, Mark, Tassoni, and DeMartini. He's also a known figure, right? So my invite to you is to just jump in. Let's get you studying. Book an appointment. It's a beautiful environment. I'm creating wonderful groups of study groups. You can do private as well. You can do a group session, whatever you work. But we have to get on a call. I'm going to give you my calendar link here in the chat, so you can book an appointment and we can talk about it. And there's different ways to get you started. I make it work, right? Because somebody helped me to get here. And I want to help you get there. So with that, we're going to be here just a few more minutes. So I hope you enjoyed this. And it's been a whole week. If you want to see the previous videos, I have a couple of them recorded, and I have other seminars recorded as well. So just reach out, make sure you're in the CRM system, book an appointment. And I want to say welcome to Bridget and Jim. How you doing, Jim? How you doing, Bridget? Who would like to say hi? Any questions?
Hi, this is Jim.
Welcome. Good to see you, Jim.
Again, because I had some free time on Friday night.
Awesome. Awesome. I was just speaking to Laura earlier. She's in Mexico, and I was with her group in the marketplace. It was a lot of fun. It's really good. Good to see you here.
Okay.
Awesome. And Bridget, how are you? Where are you at and what are you doing?
Hey, I'm in Birmingham, Alabama. Right now I'm in the car getting some dinner, and I just tuned into. I listen to you often, and I tuned in, and then I just came on Zoom. You invited me to come to Zoom, and I love Mr. Proctor. I'm still learning the whole. Just the whole concept of wealth and how to build wealth. And I have an online boutique, accessory boutique for women, and I have a few men items. And I'm doing okay, but I know I can do better. One of the issues is I do quite a few events. I have my own event coming up next Saturday, but I do not go live as much as I should, because I was told by my mentor who got me into this that I need to go live, if not every day, then at least every other day. But I also have a full-time job, and it's like I'll be tired. So it's just staying focused. And but I know I've been working for the government for like 26 years, and so I know I'll be ready to leave like really soon. And I do want to just have my very own, I want to keep the boutique going, but I also know I've been called to be a women's empowerment coach, and also a mentor for young women. So those two things are what I'm really working on. Also, I'm in the process of writing my very first book. So I got a lot going on, and it was just so refreshing to hear Mr. Proctor say multiple streams of income, because it's like, sometimes I ask myself, are you doing too much? Are you thinking too much? Should you like stop something? But then every time I do that, it's like, I just feel in my heart, no, just don't quit, don't stop. This is what you are supposed, this is why you're here on this earth. You just need to learn the skills and management of your time and to make it really manifest. So that's where I am.
Yeah, good job. Good job. Good job on the 26th year with that job. A good job on the, the events that you're doing and the boutique that you have. I actually just read your bio as well. Great job. And these are the things, right? So you're setting yourself up to grow the income, to grow the business. And, we're going to help you with how to fall in love with one of them or two of them so they can really grow, because that's the thing. It's not by working hard, right? It's not by having 6, 7, 8 things and not having enough time to have breakfast and dinner and having fun. And it's more about focus. It's a different way of perspective and getting people to help us grow. So I'm proud of what you're doing. That's good. And you'll decide what to keep and what not to keep. But there's a way about growing the business. There's a different mindset that it takes to get to that next, because we are in the employee mindset and we have to move to the entrepreneur mindset. Go ahead, Bridget. So yeah.
Oh no, I just no, you good. No, I was just I'm listening.
Okay, good. So that's awesome that you've been listening to me for a while and keep coming back. There's a lot of good information. And with the reframing and reprogramming the subconscious mind with how we can move next and how fast, that's the key, is to get there very fast. Like if it's going to take 5, 10, 15 years, it's like we'll be that much older, that much, let's make it happen fast. That's why people get mentors, so that you can just jump to that next level quick. So the while you're in this government job, you can get the things that you need to do to grow that side business, to grow that side hustle to a main hustle, to help it like really become something. And I'd love to hear more about the boutique. I'm blessed with 2 daughters. You have a 16 and 20-year-old. So see what you got. Maybe they can check it out and help you as well. So that's the thing. So good for you. It looks like you're active, you're learning, you're studying, but you just have to look at your results, right? What have they been and what's going on? Are they moving 10%, 20%, 100% every year, or are they growing with based on inflation? If they're not moving, something is not right. You want this business to 10 times, 100 times, 1,000 times. That's what I'm going to teach you. That's the power of the material. Awesome.
That sounds really, really amazing. So, yeah. And see what I have. People always say, "Oh, you have such beautiful items. You have such beautiful, you know." And I'm like, "Great." And so I know. I don't know if you were on earlier, but I was listening to another person in a room where they were saying that you should have a service or product that meets a need. And so I was like, well, for women, we always need something pretty. So I'm like, I believe I am in the right lane because women love, to look pretty. They love pretty things. So yeah, so that's one thing that I was like thinking about, when a person said, make sure that what you have, the product or the service that you have, it meets a need. And so I started thinking about coaching, what I want to do with empowering women and the mentoring. I'm like, for what's happening in the world today, so many people are like so discombobulated in the mind, and they need encouragement, and they need someone to let them know you're not alone. So in that aspect, I think my coaching and my mentoring will meet a need. So I think I'm in the right place as far as like what I'm doing, but just knowing how to execute it to bring and to monetize it. So yeah.
Sure. Yeah, I love it. I love the ideas, Bridget. And that's what we do in the first 2 sessions with Thinking into Results. We get you find a goal that you are really in love with, right? There's got to be that thing that makes your heart tick and makes your mind work. We want the law of attraction and the law of vibration working on your behalf, not just you working. That's how it's going to be easy. But I'll be a little bit hesitant from what you're saying. You hear somebody doing this, you go do that. You hear somebody doing this, you go do that. You hear somebody coaching, you go do that. I'm not saying you specifically, but that's what people do. They see people in coaching, they think they're making money. No, very few people in coaching making money. Let me give you an idea. Less than 1% of the coaches make money. I'm in a group of 2,050 coaches. Only 40 of us are making money. Only 20 of us are making above $1 million a year. So depending on what you want to make, if you want to do it as a benefit, as just like a foundation to help, or if you want to make it as a serious business to move the economy and move these people to that next level. So be careful from hearing people saying things and you jumping on the, what you hear, it's like news, right? You have to go from your heart. What does Bridget want to do? What is Bridget in love with? Are you in love in empowering women to overcome their beliefs? Are you in love with helping those who are unfortunate to become something? That is a vision. Or are you in love with having a boutique to help women have some kind of fashion or something, right? Or are you, whatever it is, you got to find what's your strength? What are you going to be your best at? You cannot be very good at 100 things. You got to be very good at few things. That's what we're going to help you fall in love with, that one thing. And then we're going to get you doing it. The knowing doing gap, lesson 2, and Lori knows about it very well. That's going to get you in doing what you need to do. We say we're going to do it, but we don't do it. We say we want to grow the business. We know how, but we don't do it. I had 5 degrees. I didn't know how to multiply my business. I studied this material. Now I do. So that's the difference in hearing things happening in the industry and jumping on it, or what do you want? And then get you to not be scared to take risks, get you not be scared to say yes for new things to come into your life, and removing the fear, removing that terror barrier, and getting you to be strong, to have a beautiful self-image so that you become that millionaire or that executive, and then to become that leader. I don't know about you, Bridget, but I don't know any executives or leaders that are not, anybody that's not making $500,000 or more, that's not a leader. They all are. They have that characteristics where when they show up in the room, they light up the room. They're beautiful people. They know how to uplift everybody. You know how to make a team work. And we have to help you build that so you can grow your business, unless you want to work your business 7 days a week, which is really not a business anymore. You might as well be an employee. So we want to help you grow your business, grow your mindset. right? To run like a real fine-tuned operation. So, and that's the conversation that we could have and help you really see thinking into results, what it can do for you and your kids and your family and everybody around you. So good. I love the rainbows, Lori. That's awesome. Woo, 2 double rainbows there. Is that from your picture? Is that from your last vacation? You gotta unmute.
That's the bridge next to my house that my husband took a photo of a while ago. The double rainbow. Yeah.
That's so wonderful. That's so wonderful. So I'm gonna put my calendar link here on the Clubhouse, and I'm gonna put it also in the chat. And I encourage you all to book an appointment so we can have that conversation. And then that's it. Basically, I'm gonna play the why mentorship is the key to get to that next level. It's the fastest way. Like I said, it took me 19 years to get to where I want. And then I wanted more and I couldn't. And that's when I got Bob to help me really get to that next level. And I'm just forever grateful that I spent the 1.5 years with him. Now he's passed away. So opportunities come and go. But the good thing is now I'm studying with Laurel Langmeyer. She's the millionaire maker, and she studied with him. So we're doing kind of the same lineage, the one that I was showing you earlier with Earl Nightingale, Bob, you know, Bob taught Laurel, Bob taught me, and now we're moving that to that next level. So any other questions before I play this last quick video?
So you're going to go to a seminar in Las Vegas?
We're going to go to an event with Laurel in Reno, Nevada. Yeah, in Reno.
Awesome. Is that being recorded?
Parts of it will be recorded, yes.
I'm sure they charge for it. Let me know.
Yeah, I will let you know. Sounds good.
Thank you.
Sounds good. There's a lot of real estate agents there as well, so it's a fun group. Yeah. So any other question, Darlene, Sanders, or Jim, or who else is here? I think Elliot went back to work. I see Joseph is in the house. And then if no questions, I'm just gonna play the mentorship video from Bob just to show you how powerful it could be, and then we'll adjourn. It's been an amazing week. I am going to hold the room again tomorrow night. And tomorrow night is going to be on self-image. That's the popular rooms, Saturday nights. So on self-image. And what else? Tomorrow we do Think and Grow Rich. I also teach the book Think and Grow Rich on Saturday mornings too. So a lot of opportunities to get involved and really get your mind in the right environment. So I'm proud of every one of you being here tonight. And please invite others. I encourage you to do so. So let's see which one I'm going to.
Just want to say good evening, guys, everybody.
Oh, hey, Joseph, how you doing, man? Good to see you here.
Yeah, happy Friday, guys. Yep, each and every one of you.
Excellent.
Thanks.
Thank you. And yeah, it's exciting. Beautiful new faces, Darlene, Jim, and Bridget. Sanders have been with us since Monday. And I see you here, and that's awesome. So yeah, as a reminder, tomorrow morning we'll have the quick session at 7 a.m. Then we'll have the 8 a.m. Think and Grow Rich. Then the sales club at 9, teaching you how to sell. And then in the evening, it's going to be self-image at 8 p.m. Eastern. So that's it. It's going to be a good session. I have some surprises for you too tomorrow night. So here's Bob talking about mentorship and why it is the way to grow. Okay.
Do you know a question that I'm asked everywhere I go? I've traveled all over the world. Is it important to have a mentor? Well, I guess you can be very successful without one, and probably some people do. But I would not have accomplished anywhere near what I have accomplished without a mentor. I have had a number of mentors, and my whole life has changed dramatically. I went from going nowhere to having a business that operates all over the world. If you want to win in a big way, you want to get a mentor. It's almost like getting a direct pipeline from their mind to your mind, where you're gaining all their wisdom, all their experience, and all the studying that they've done over a number of years. And like that, you get it all in a short period of time. Are mentors important? Well, I'm going to tell you, mentors literally changed the course of my life.
Before I met Bob Proctor, I was running a thriving law practice, and I had what most people thought of as real success. But from time to time, I'd think about doing something different. And then one day, I found myself in a Bob Proctor seminar, and I decided right then and there, I wanted to do what this man was doing. I wanted to be in his inner circle. And I wanted to create a program with him to bring to the executives and the directors and the companies that I'd been working with for over the last 2 decades. This was a big change, and I am so grateful I had Bob Proctor to be my mentor as I went through this big transition. Bob says that having a mentor changed the course of his life. Well, having Bob as my mentor changed the course of my life. It's very easy to get into a routine in life, to do the same thing over and over. I have come to learn that every day can be an exciting adventure, but we have to make it that way, and to do that, we have to stretch. We have to set aside limitations and follow our dream. Now I am Bob Proctor's business partner and co-founder of the Proctor Gallagher Institute. Like Bob, mentors have changed the course of my life, and they can change the course of your life too.
Let's take a look at what thinking into results is and what it could do for you, how it came about. You see, my life had changed dramatically. I went from earning nothing to earning over $1 million a year. And I was sitting one day and I was thinking, how did all this happen? Do you know, I was reading Think and Grow Rich, I was studying Earl Nightingale's material, but a lot of people have read those books and studied Earl's material, and they weren't accomplishing what I was accomplishing. So I had to ask myself, what am I doing so different? You see, I had been raised to believe if you're going to earn a lot of money, you've got to be really smart. I was earning over $1 million a year, and I didn't think I was that bright. I was also raised to believe if you don't go to school, you can't win. Well, I hadn't gone to school. I went to high school for about 2 months. I didn't have a good job. I owned the entire company. Now, don't get the idea that I think school isn't important. I think school is vitally important. I see study and school as being almost sacred. It's very important. But I couldn't figure out why I won, and so I started to study. I was very curious. It took me 9.5 years, and I got the dots to connect. That was after working with 3 or 4 phenomenal mentors. And when I got the dots to connect, all I wanted to do was teach it. And that's all I've been doing. And then I run into a young lady who is my business partner today, Sandy Gallagher. And she put together a master plan. And to cut a long story short, she said, Bob, I've studied everything that you teach. I know exactly what you know. I want to make a program. And she would get me in front of a camera and she'd say, explain this. And so I would. And then explain that. And she put together one of the most comprehensive programs I believe that you'll ever find anywhere in the market. Do you know with this program, you can change everything in your life in a matter of months. See, we're born and raised with the idea that it takes a long time to accomplish something. You can accomplish, bang, just like that. You don't go from A to B, you can go from A to G just like that with thinking into results. Do you see, what she's done is pick the very best out of my mind that I have studied and practiced for the last 50 years, and you get it in a program with 12 short, powerful lessons and an action planner that'll spin your head around on a dime. You can walk away from this and you'd say, well, this isn't for me. Or you can say, I'm going to do this. And you know, in 6 months, you're going to need a telescope to look back and see where you started. I believe it's the most powerful program you can ever lay your hands on, because you not only learn why you win, you learn why you're not doing what you really want to do, and then, bang, how to change it.
I did create that program that I set out to create after I first saw Bob Proctor in that seminar, and that program is Thinking into Results. I wanted to help people get out of their own way. As an attorney, I saw many brilliant people getting stuck. Despite all their diplomas and credentials, they weren't getting the results that they wanted, and they didn't know why. I created Thinking into Results with Bob to show executives and entrepreneurs and employees worldwide how to get the results they wanted by thinking in a certain way. Our objective is to get thinking into results in every home, because it helps the young and the old alike expand their horizons and live their dreams.
If you want to be happy, healthy, and prosperous, it's all here. Thinking into Results is going to show you how to get it. If what I've said, or what Sandy Gallagher may have said, really triggered something in your mind and you're thinking maybe, contact the certified PGI consultant on this page. Hit the button, leave the information. Do yourself a favor, sit down and talk to them about what this program can do for you. This very well could be the decision that will change the rest of your life, and you'll enjoy it forever.
So good, so good. Thank you, Sarut, for joining as well. I guess I did not mention to you all what really comes with it, like how does this work? I just mentioned briefly. I know it's getting late. I didn't want to keep you any longer, but I do want to mention that it would basically the Thinking into Result mentorship is basically like this. It's 6 months live coaching. Basically, you got me for 6 months. I'm going to be after you. I'm going to help you overcome all the things you need to. Weekly meetings, lifetime access to the material, closed Facebook group, private calls. You'll have me in your corner. I'll be your coach for 6 months. And you get at least 2 calls with the PGI, that's the Proctor Gallagher Institute. And there's a lot of bonuses, book clubs and what have you, but it's basically 6 months. This is like not something you download, not something you do on your own. This is with me. You're gonna get a life coaching that's gonna change the course of your life. It's so complete, so comprehensive. I'm just forever grateful that I came across it, and I love my clients. I love what they're becoming and what they're doing, and I'm just proud of them. And the thing works. I'm an engineer by training, so if it doesn't work, I would not be promoting it. I'm under oath, but in anyways, the stuff works. So that's what I have for you. It's a beautiful thing. You heard Lori. Lori's doing phenomenal. Joseph already here. Joseph was already thinking to signing up, which is good. He made the decision, and I'm looking for 1 or 2 more this week. So make up your mind and let's get you on board.
Hi, my name is Carlos Cetina. How are you? I wanted to talk today about the program Thinking into Results. I was invited by Kamal, my coach, and I really appreciate this from him. I think both Proctor's programs are the best when you want to learn about achieving your goals faster. Areas like imagination, abundance, right? Vision, leadership. It really get into my mind that spending 6 months using this program, it really helped me change my life professionally and personally to reach out my goals. I really encourage you to take this training called Kamal is the Best, and I really enjoy spending these 6 months with him. It consists of 12 chapters where you need to learn and be disciplined, listen to the videos, and follow all the tasks you need to do, right? In order to do that, you need to use your phone, your computer, so you can read the videos every day, because repetition is key. In order for you to achieve the goals and be in the better level of your life, this is a good program to start. I want to say thank you, Kamal.
Carlos is so modest. He's gone on to buy a brand new house in Phoenix. He's gone on to get a brand new pool in his backyard in less than the year that he's been under coaching, and he's just doing phenomenal. And the results just speaks for themselves.
Hi, my name is Trudy, and I'm currently a student working with Kamal. He has mentored me in the TIR program, and I just wanted to share 3 things that I have benefited from being in this program. So I've been in just a short time, and what the transformations I think that's really happened in my life personally from taking this information and actually implementing it into my life is, 1, it's the accountability. I think that is a true component for personal growth and development of information such as this, is really having accountability, having someone to actually work through the information with you so you can understand it, day in, day out, and how it applies to your life, really, because you want to see results. And so for me personally, I have seen results in my life from really taking action, writing my goals clearly, understanding them, and then taking action toward the goals and having things show up in my life. So I'm super excited to continue to work with Kamal with this program, and I'm so excited to see where I end up and the wonderful things that will happen in my life. So thank you, and hope this helps.
So that's basically it. Thank you all. Thank you so much. Thanks for being here. If you have any questions, you know how to reach me. I'd love to speak with every one of you. Book an appointment. I know we've gone over a few more minutes, but it's Friday night for us here in Cincinnati. So any final question? I'll take one more question. If not, that's fine. I want to give you blessings and thank you so much. Have an amazing night. I will see you all tomorrow morning or tomorrow night. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you.